Hi everyone, I am Suyash and today I will talk about the case of Manmohan Nanda versus United India Assurance Company Limited and another. Wherein the Hon'ble Supreme Court discussed the basic rules to be observed in making a proposal for insurance. In an earlier post, I had discussed the importance of good faith in a contract of insurance. To know more about it, please visit the link provided in the description below. Briefly speaking, a contract of insurance is a contract by which one party undertakes to indemnify another party against risk of loss, damage, or liability arising from the occurrence of some specified contingency. It is pertinent to note that the proposer or the insured is generally required to fill up a proposal form prior to the issuance of the insurance policy. In such proposal form, the proposer is required to fill in the relevant and material details that have been asked by the insurer. The proposal form is usually in a question answer format. For example, in case of health insurance, the proposer would be required to provide a history of the pre existing diseases and other related medical conditions in the relevant column where such question has been posed by the insurer. In this regard, the court has framed the basic rules that are to be followed in making a proposal for insurance. The pertinent ones are as follows. A fair and reasonable construction must be put upon the language of the question which is asked, and the answer given will be similarly construed. Minor discrepancies or omissions that are insubstantial are liable to be ignored. B. Carelessness is no excuse unless the error is so obvious that no one could be regarded as misled. If the proposer puts no when he means yes, it will not avail him to say it was a slip of the pen. The answer is plainly the reverse of the truth. C. An answer which is literally accurate so far as it extends will not suffice if it is misleading by reason of what is not stated. D. Where the space for an answer is left blank, leaving the question unanswered, the reasonable inference may be that there is nothing to enter as an answer. If in fact there is something to enter as an answer, the insurers are misled in that their reasonable inference is belied. Whether leaving an answer blank is a matter of non-disclosure or not is a matter of interpretation. E. Where an answer is unsatisfactory, as being on the face of it incomplete or inconsistent, the insurers may, as reasonable men, be regarded as put on inquiry, so that if they issue a policy without any further inquiry, they are assumed to have waived any further information. F. A proposer may find it convenient to bracket together two or more questions and give a composite answer. There is no objection to his doing so, provided the insurers are given adequate and accurate information on all points covered by the questions. And G. Any answer given, however accurate and honest at the time it was written down, must be corrected if, up to the time of acceptance of the proposal, any event or circumstance supervenes to make it inaccurate or misleading. Thus, such rules ought to be followed in making a proposal for insurance. What is important to note is that the court has tried to balance the rights of the insurer and the proposer at the stage of filling up the proposal form. Everything contained in the proposal form must be considered in proper perspective by adopting the aforestated rules and the general rules of interpretation. Sometimes, the questions posed in the proposal form are such that the proposer or the insured becomes vulnerable, as the statements in the proposal form could be held against the insured. All in all, it was held by the court that in order to seek specific information from the insured, the proposal form must have specific questions so as to obtain clarity as to the underlying risks in the policy, which are greater than the normal risks. Thus, I hope that the basic rules that are to be followed in making a proposal for insurance are clear by now. Hence, I hope you enjoyed listening to the show. Thank you for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe us. And if you have any comments, please make them in the comments section. See you next time. Till then, stay tuned.